Florida just wrapped up Operation Southern Slowdown. That's a statewide anti-speeding campaign to help keep us safe on the roads. But there's also a new, tougher law on the books, specifically targeting super speeders. In today's Injuries Are Personal with Reynolds Law, attorney Jason Hoffman is here to explain the new law. Great to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you so much.
Love it when we get a new friend in to chat. It's been a little bit of a while. So tell us what a super speeder is. What's the definition by law?
Sure. So July 1st of this year, the super speeder law was signed by the governor. And what a super speeder is it's someone who drives 50 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Oof.
Correct. Or over 100 miles an hour.
Okay, this can't possibly happen very often, though, right? Like, I was like, why do we need a special law?
So it actually happens quite a bit. I was actually shocked. Thousands of citations or tickets were written for people driving over 100 miles an hour every year.
Wow, that's crazy. And you have an ironic story to share. How long did it take before we had our first super speeder conviction?
2 minutes, actually. So, I laughed.
It's not funny, but it is.
Correct. Interstate 4, no shocker there. Everyone here hates I-4, but within at 12:02 a.m. when the law came into effect, July 1st,
yeah.
2 minutes, someone was arrested for doing 104 miles an hour on Interstate 4.
Wow. All right. So by having a super speeder law specifically targeting those high numbers, is it because the consequences are worse? How does that work?
Correct. Generally, the way the law works is if you're 50 miles an hour over the posted speed limit,
okay.
So it could be 85 and a 35, which is terrifying, or it could be over 100 miles an hour. It makes it criminal, and it actually gives law enforcement the chance to arrest you and or give you increased penalties and fines.
So this isn't just a speeding ticket.
Correct.
This is the cuffs in the back of the car.
It's criminal. People are going to jail for this, and I think they should, and I think we can do better. We have to do better. In Florida, I looked at the statistics, 186,000 crashes so far this year.
Wow.
In the state as a whole. And within Manatee and Sarasota counties, we've had almost 50 fatalities. And speed is a huge factor in all of those incidents.
And one we can control, you know? I mean, I feel like there's so many things we can't control. We can control how fast we are driving.
I agree completely, and I think the Florida Highway Patrol, their spokesman, said it best when they rolled this law. She said, you know, get there when you get there.
Yeah.
We have to do better. We have to.
Speaking of doing better, when we were talking about things that keep coming up in your practice, you were talking about distracted driving really becoming more and more of an issue. What are you seeing with that?
So it's crazy. 10 years ago, I would talk to people that were defendants in car crashes, and they would never admit to distracted driving. Now I have people all the time that are saying, I was just on my phone for a second. I was just answering a text. I just looked down for a moment. It's insane. It's almost like it's so commonplace that it's okay.
How do we break the habit? What can we do? I feel like, you know, we've got hands-off laws. Do we need more of them? Do we, you know, what do we do?
I think it starts with personal accountability. I think each one of us has to say, hey, you know what? The call can wait. The text can wait. The different song on my phone that's playing can wait. We have to individually take accountability. It takes a fraction of a second to impact someone's life forever. And, you know, we have the unique view that everyone we deal with is injured in a catastrophic way. Mm-hmm. And we see the ramifications of people not being able to live their lives on their own terms. And that's just tragic. We don't want to live like that. We don't want to be like that. We got to be better.
And to that point, you know, you unfortunately are dealing with the victims and the injured and hear those horrible stories, but the people that caused that accident, their life is never the same either. You know, so it's hurting everybody. It really is.
Yeah, it's terrible, and you know, the vast majority of people, even people that are causing these distracted driving crashes, they're good people. They just They slipped up, they messed up, and you know, they didn't want to be involved in the situation either. So I think with concerted effort, with each one of us taking kind of a pledge and saying, hey, I'm gonna wait. This can wait.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Not worth it. All right, personal accountability, good thing to remember on a Monday. For more information about any of your legal questions, you can find Carl and his team by going to injuriesarepersonal.com.